What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Guys, we got a special one here. I know I've been doing a lot of videos why Europe is better than the USA, why this country in Europe, that country in Europe, this country in Europe better than the USA. Now we have 10 reasons the USA is better than Europe. Gonna be interesting to see. Let's see what they say. Y'all hit that subscribe button, send down those recommendations, and let's check it out. Let's see what we have better. Shoot.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to World According to Briggs and a video about why the United States is so much better than Europe. This video came about after getting emails from Europeans for close to 3 years now telling me why the US sucks and Europe is so much better. I get these all the time. They often bring up some good, valid points, but they also like to hint at things like we're all just rude, arrogant, and dumb. That can be true about Americans, but that could be true about anyone. It's not like Americans have cornered the market on being rude. These people always act like they have it so much better in Europe and the only thing the US has ever done was start wars. Honestly, that's like the general theme. That's what they always seem to go to, is we start wars. But US does have some bad things, and the US has some great things, just like Europe. Every country, every town, every village, and every neighborhood has its good and its bad. If you don't understand that, you're kind of dumb. So let's take a look in no particular order at some things that make the US a far better option than Europe. Number 10, World Wars. We don't have them. We never have. We hopefully never will. We just don't have world wars here in the United States. We've had a civil war and we've had some other things. And before you do, stop typing. Yes, Pearl Harbor was part of World War II and it was on American soil, but that was just an attack that took a couple hours. The Japanese also did take hold of some rock outcropping we had in the Bering Sea near Alaska. They stayed there for a couple months. We didn't even try and chase them out. But when it comes to world wars, no real combat on American soil other than those. Okay. We've joined other wars. Matter of fact, we joined 2 world wars in Europe to help Europe. I don't know if you Europeans remember, but there was this German guy with a funny little mustache, and he had plans for all of Europe and pretty much the entire world. If it wasn't for the United States, there's a good chance his dream would have come true. Over 100,000 U.S. servicemen lost their lives in combat during World War II. In World War I, it was about 116,000. So we may have started some wars in our history, but we sure have helped out Europe with a couple of theirs. And from the looks of it, might be a third one on the way.
Possibly.
Number 9, amusement parks. That World War II thing, World War I, was kind of depressing, so let's look at amusement parks. We excel at amusement parks. Europe has some wonderful things to do, don't get me wrong, but we set the bar for amusement parks.
And before they finish, there are some great amusement parks, and we have different fairs and all those things like that. But I know there are some in Europe I do want to check. I know I was doing videos on Efteling, and there's some other ones that's in Europe that look very, very nice. Gotta check out. But carry on. We have a ton of amusement parks everywhere, really.
The Six Flags amusement parks, our water parks, Disneyland, Disney World, Cedar Point, Hershey Park.
Hey, we actually going to Disney World at the end of this month. This June now. We actually going to Disney World at the end of this month. Gonna be exciting. Oh, and shout out to my son. It's his birthday today. He turned 4. I forgot to tell you guys.
Busch Gardens, Universal, King's Dominion, Kings Island, and one of my personal favorites growing up was Knott's Berry Farm. It's not the biggest and it's not one of the best, but it's just got a place in my heart. So it gets a mention. Euro Disney's nice, Euro Park, Port Aventura, Future Scope. Those are all nice, but it's nothing compared to what we got going on here in the United States. Okay, Legoland started in Europe, and that's pretty cool. We got some here in the United States, but we still blow everyone out the water when it comes to amusement parks.
Okay, amusement
Number 8, the U.S. economy. If you don't know, the U.S. economy is huge. It's by far the biggest economy in the world. The United States annual GDP is about $21 trillion. In a distant second, you have China with an annual GDP of $14.72 trillion. After that, you got Japan with $5.06 trillion GDP. At number 4, you get your first European country, and it's Germany. They only have a $3.85 trillion annual GDP. Then the United Kingdom is $2.76, and then after that, you got India, and then finally France, $2.63, Italy, Italy,
I wish I was swimming in money.
1.89. And if you look outside of countries, the state of California would come in 5th place with 3.4 trillion. So my question to the Europeans are, if we suck that bad, why do we make so much money? And feel free to leave comments.
We make so much money, but shoot, it seems like everything come at a price too. It's like we got to pay for everything, right?
It's about how we're corrupt and we take advantage of other countries like your countries don't also. Number 7. Our technology. The United States has invented most of the really cool stuff. Sure, Europe has come up with the guillotine and the Iron Maiden, but the United States has come up with things like the personal computer in 1971, the Weed Whacker in 1971. 1972, we came up with the video game console. 72 also gave us the MRI. 73 gave us the cell phone. This is all before 1980. In 1978, we invented microwave popcorn. 1986, we gave you the 3D printer. 1996, we gave you Google. 2005, we gave you YouTube. I should say 2004, we gave you Facebook also, but that's kind of working against us these days, it seems like. Along with in 2006, Twitter showed up. We also gave you the COVID-19 vaccine. I know some of you don't think that was a good thing, but a lot of people do. If you want to go way back, 1938, we invented the chocolate chip cookie. Take that, Europe, you and your croissant.
Not the croissant.
Number 6. Gas prices. Your gas prices suck, Europe. Face it. I know you go by liters.
Hey, ours are up there. Ours are up there now. I don't know when this video was made, but our gas prices are up there with Europe now. Just saying, I had to throw that in there. I seen the Europe gas prices, but you know, our gas prices might be better, but most of them don't have to. In Europe, they don't even have to have a car. You can get a bike. You can walk. We have to have gas because we have to have a car. That only makes sense why gas is cheaper and now it's going up. It's up. They trying to force us to get either an electric car or a bike. And they finna force me to stay in the house. That's what they finna do.
We're going to break it down for gallons, which we use here in the United States, and dollars, okay? I found a nice little chart that breaks it down as of May 1st, 2022. The highest gas prices in the world right now is Hong Kong, and it is $10.87 on average per gallon of gas. Norway, it's 9.13 for a gallon of gas. Monaco, it's $9 a gallon of gas. Iceland, $8.75. Denmark, $8.69. Finland, $8.64. Greece, $8.38, Netherlands, $8.33, Germany, $7.91, United Kingdom, $7.70. The list goes on. Sweden, $7.69, Liechtenstein, $7.66, Estonia, $7.55, Switzerland, $7.47. This list goes on. You know where the United States is? 84th in the world with $4.58 on average countrywide. Now, this is the point where a bunch of people here in the United States are going to leave some political comment or how they just paid $5.10 in Los Angeles or something. This is the national average. Good thing you people in Europe like to ride bikes everywhere. Number 5, fast food. Now, this is a strange one, I know, because fast food isn't really something you should be proud of, but I will tell you right now, every single European I know, that's one of the first things they say is our fast food is amazing. The variety and the flavor is awesome. You have great food in Europe. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say that. You have a lot of really classic cuisine. You know, I mean, the Italian stuff you got going on in Italy, France, amazing. I could really do without German food, but still, you know. But Americans that go over there, they bring that up all the time, and Europeans that come over here talk about how amazing our fast food is. Again, it's unhealthy. It's probably why we're one of the largest countries in the world as far as chubby people go. But still, it tastes great. We have a wide variety. It's something that's kind of awesome. Number 4, modern music. Jazz, blues, rock and roll, rap, hip hop. As far as modern music goes, it all started here, and anything that was done in Europe was basically a new version of something that came from the United States. Prove me wrong. Now, if you go way back in music, Mozart, Wagner, Chopin, Bach, those are all great. But what have they done for us lately? I mean, they haven't done much for us lately because they all died like in the early 1900s or late 1800s or even earlier than that. They haven't done much for us lately. But modern music is where the United States shines. What is considered to be the first rock and roll song ever was done by Ike Turner and Jackie Breston. They wrote a song called Rocket 88, and that is considered to be the first rock and roll song ever. If it wasn't for that, and then Elvis taking that type of music, and Buddy Holly and people like that, we wouldn't have had the Beatles or the Rolling Stones or some version of that. Again, don't get me wrong, there has been some amazing modern music that's come out of Europe, but yeah, we started it. Number 3, the landscapes. Now this one's going to be up for an opinion because Europe does have the Alps.
I have seen your landscapes and their nature and stuff. I don't know. This is tough right here. This is a tough comparison.
Rivers like the Rhine, Lake Como, and other amazing lakes, the Azores, Tuscany, the Greek Isles, those are all great, but it doesn't compare to the sheer volume that we have here in the United States with places like Yosemite, Arches, the Great Smoky Mountains, the Rocky Mountains, the Great Lakes, the Everglades, Death Valley, the giant sequoias, the Redwoods, Yellowstone National Park, the Badlands, the Grand Canyon, the entire state of Oregon outside of Portland. That list can go on about amazing landscapes to see here in the United States. Europe does have some good ones, but just in sheer volume and numbers and things to see, we're a bigger country and we have amazing landscapes.
It is nice.
So we get the win, in my opinion, on that one. Now, to be fair, if we start looking at amazing buildings, ancient buildings and stuff, Europeans got us killed there. But, you know, I mean, the Colosseum, Eiffel Tower, Big Ben, so many other ones. We have nothing that compares to that, but our land and our natural beauty is, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion, so much better.
Number 2.
Taxes. Everyone in the United States always seems to think they have the highest taxes. No. Not even close. The United States is ranked 44th. If you take what the United Nations consider...
taxes suck because it doesn't help towards nothing.
There's a country and you rank them by how much they tax their citizens, this is how they're ranked. The Ivory Coast, for some reason, they're just taxing the hell out of everyone. But it's followed by Finland, Japan, Austria, Denmark, Sweden, Belgium, Israel, Slovenia, Netherlands, Portugal, Ireland, Spain, Iceland, China gets in there, Germany, United Kingdom, France, South Africa, South Korea, Australia. Then we go back to Luxembourg, Greece, Italy, Turkey, which is not really in Europe, but you get the idea. And then after that, it goes down a while and you start seeing things like Switzerland, Monaco, Norway. And finally, way down there at number 44, you get to the United States. Here in the United States, we complain about our taxes an awful lot, especially how they're slanted towards the rich, really don't pay that much taxes. And if you're middle class or below, you're getting gouged. That's how we see it. But if you rank them on a global scale, the United States isn't doing that bad. But that top 20 is filled with a lot of European countries. All right, before we get to number 1, don't forget we have another channel called On This Day.
I've seen that channel.
Went over there and subscribe. Shopping. Yes,
shopping.
I'm sure a lot of you were a little shocked, but shopping is one of the biggest complaints Americans that move to Europe have about Europe, and Europeans that come to the United States, they love how easy it is to shop. Now, it's not just ease or whatever, it's convenience and actually customer service. Customer service really doesn't seem to be much of a thing in Europe, according to most people that have moved over there or visited. What we would consider rude here in the United States really is kind of normal in Europe when it comes to someone working at a retail place or a grocery store, something like that. They don't really see it as rude, it's just very transactional to them and matter of fact. All right, that's today's video. Okay, if you've made it this far, here's the thing. Europe is a great continent. The countries there are amazing, but for some reason, they seem to think that there's nothing wrong with all of Europe and just the United States has problems. And that's going by the emails and the comments that I get on a regular basis. Now, some of you might be saying, well, why didn't you break it down by country? Well, is that fair? Look how big the United States is compared to, let's say, Germany or Switzerland or Austria. That's not fair. Each one of the countries are a little bit different, but all these kind of fit with what's going on there according to various studies and surveys of people from Europe that have moved to the United States and Americans that have moved to Europe. So it's, other than the stats, it's pretty much based on people's opinions. Is it perfect science? No. Is it entertaining? Yes. Besides giving you some information, that's one of the main things we want to do here is entertain you. That's why I say the most entertaining part of this video will be reading the comment section and how these people from Europe will lose it in the comment section. Watch. And I promise you, their comments will be very condescending. All right, everyone, have a great day.
Yeah, I think I did a video off of one of his channels then. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think. On 2, I beg to differ on the taxes and maybe the landscape, because I have seen how beautiful Europe is. You know, taxes. At least I know that y'all taxes actually benefit your people. You know, ours is just taxes, basically. You know, then gas, maybe gas too. Like, gas is up there, but I mean, in Europe, you don't really need a card. Like I stated earlier. But y'all let me know what you think. That's all I have for this video. y'all hit that subscribe button, send down those recommendations, and y'all be blessed, be the best, and be you. I'm out.